Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to it. So this video is not going to have an intro and outro, just an FYI, because I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I don't want to edit this video at all, so it's going to be a video that's has no cuts in it, no edits in it whatsoever. I just press record on my phone and I'm gonna talk. So look a mess is because I haven't taken a shower since, what is today? Today's Sunday, since Friday. Reason been because I hate this because I don't know if I'm getting depressed and going through depression or what, but I just started to listen to music that I used to listen to years ago. And my favorite type of music, the music that I listen to the most is country music because that's the music I was raised on. So my favorite year of country music was 2013. I think most people will say country music back in 2013 wasn't that good, but to me, I loved every song that came out that year. So, here we go. So, my dad was going through some things around 2013, or around, I don't know when it started, but it was around, the first time my dad got arrested, I believe was around 2012, 2011. I don't remember, because I was so young then. I was only like 6 or 7 or 8 when my dad did all the stuff he did. So, of course, my mom and my dad broke up. So, like, a couple of years after that, 2013, my mom got into another relationship with a guy who I thought was going to be my stepdad. They dated from 2013 to what I believe to be 2016. So 3 years. But in those 3 years, I didn't talk to him because I'm a shy person, if you didn't know that. Like, I didn't talk to him, my mom's boyfriend, for probably the first year. Because I'm a shy person. And so it took me a while to come out of my shell and finally say a word to him. What I believe to remember is I finally talked to him. First word I said to him was on his birthday. I still remember his birthday years later, because I don't know why. I have a feeling he's going to come back around, but I know for a fact he's not. 1,000% sure he's not, because after he and my mom broke up, he got into another relationship not even a month later, and then a couple of months later, he proposed and married that girl. And my mom's like, do you not realize that not even a month later he got into another relationship, and then a couple of months later he married that girl? I'm like, I really don't care. And so I loved him. What I thought was gonna happen was, and he had 2 kids. He had a son who is now 21. He was born in 2000. He had a daughter who I believe is 23. She's around 22, 23, 24. But I hate to say this, but I was around his son more, so I thought of him as a brother. I never said that to anyone, and I haven't said that to anyone still. So after he and my mom broke up, now when my mom got together with him, we moved to a completely different city. We moved like 45 minutes away from where I used to live. And I am living now again. We moved to where his mom lived and everything, and where his kids' mom lived. Because it was more easier, so I transferred schools. And so after he and my mom broke up, we had to pack up all our things that was ours and leave in my mom's car. And for the first year, I was traumatized, and I still am, because my mom went to date another guy after the guy I just got done talking about, and my mom broke up. I think it was a year or two later, my mom started dating this guy who I was coming around and starting to like, and then they broke up. So my mom has dated two guys since then. First guy, trying to think here. First guy, he had a kid. I was starting to come around and like that guy too. But they broke up. So my mom's now dating the second guy. She's still dating that guy. I don't know how long they've been dating. But I have abandonment issues because of all the people that have broken up with my mom. So I don't get why my mom thinks that some way or another I'm gonna come around to the guys she's dating. Like, I've only seen the guy that my mom's dating like 3 or 4 times. And I've made it... I made it to where I told my mom, you're not bringing him to this house because I'm here 24/7. I don't want to see this guy because he's just going to end it with you after I start to get to like him and he's going to leave. I don't want that. Like, I'm not having that. But he lives like right around the corner from my mom. So if they do end it, I don't know what's going to happen from if I was to like start to like this guy. So I'm very, very, very protective of starting to get like guys that my mom is dating. Like, I'm so protective to where I'm not going to come around at all anymore. Because like, I'm done. Like, everyone I start to like just gives up, just gets up and leaves, and I never see them again. The only way I see them is on social media. The first guy I talked about, the one I had to move with, the only way I get to see them now and their kids is on Facebook, and his daughters had $2, and I just looked at Facebook a couple of hours ago, and I seen that she's having another baby, and she had the gender reveal today, and she posted that all on Facebook and Instagram. Gender is a boy. So I haven't been able to meet her 2 daughters at all, and I never will be able to. And his son has a girlfriend. I'm never gonna get to meet her. It just sucks because I'm never gonna be able to like see them again. Even though it's been like 5 years. I'm like still traumatized by that relationship. Very traumatized. Because I thought he was gonna marry my mom, and I thought there was gonna be some way he could adopt me into his family, but I guess not, because that's never gonna happen now. So I was listening, as I was saying in the beginning of this video, I was listening to music that I listened to back then. It reminds me of that time. Before I started filming this video, I started playing one song, and the song I started playing that just made me lose it is Flora Georgia Line, Dirt. That song just made me lose it, so I'm sitting here on the couch crying, so I just got up and I just fell to the floor, crying. Because that song just makes me look back on that time, because that time in my life was like best time in my life. I was so happy for 3 years. And I haven't been happy since then. I haven't been an ounce of happy. Because I'm like traumatized, I'm scarred. But that guy that my mom dated, he had a friend who had a son. And I remember one time he's like, "Do you have a crush on that kid?" I'm like, "No, I don't." But I think I really did. Who knows? That kid could have had a crush on me. And sucks is, he and my mom were still together. I probably would have gotten to know that kid more and would have found out for sure if I liked this kid or not. Who knows? We would have broke up by now if I dated that kid. But he and that boyfriend, we went to like these sprint car races. They were so much fun. But I took them for granted because I never thought that relationship would end the way it did. Like, I got to see him 3 or 4 times after he and my mom broke up because he had to bring stuff down, because we can't take all the stuff we had in just one day. So he had to bring stuff down to where the place we moved, because I moved with it. Me and my mom moved with him, and then we moved back to the place we did live in before we moved with him. So I'm currently in that same place still, just a different house. Like, so much happened during that relationship that I'm not gonna say. Like, so much happened. So many good memories and a couple of bad memories. Like, I took that part of my life for granted because I never thought in a million years that it would get taken away. I thought by this time I was still, he and my mom would probably be married by now. And by the end of that relationship, I'm like, when is he gonna propose to my mom? Like, when is this gonna happen? And then the next thing I know, I'm staying home from school one day. Next thing I think my mom said, she called because we had a home phone. She called and was like, "You need to get your stuff together, we're leaving." I was caught off guard so much. So when we left, I looked back. I looked back at him and just seen him standing there, because his son was with him too. And I was still so confused because I'm like, what's happening? It took me a month or two to realize what was happening, and then I would never get to see him again. Like, all those good times were just gone. I didn't realize that I would never get to see him again after the last time I saw him, and whenever he came to bring stuff down, I wouldn't talk to him. Like, I went back to the first time, the first year. of my mom dating him. Like, it went back to that. I mean, that talking to him because I was mostly mad at him. So mad at him that I just didn't want to say a word to him. And because it was awkward. But what kind of guy is he now? Like, after a month after you get out of a relationship, you go find somebody else and you marry them? I got mad at him for that, even though I haven't heard from him or seen him in person forever. For 5 years, 6 years. However long it's been. So every time I think about it, like, I get kind of mad that he did that, but at the end of the day, I'm not mad that he did that because he wasn't in a relationship. So he had the right to go get another girl, but it's not how, it's the fact that he moved on in the blink of an eye. That's just a little crazy. And he and that girl he married, they're still married. And you see, the thing is, my dad started to come back around my life after he and that guy broke up. Or my mom and that guy broke up. My dad started to come around. He was starting to get better about the things he did do to get in jail. Like, he was going to church. He wasn't doing drugs. And then the next thing I know, he's not better. Then I remember I went to my aunt's, and then we had to turn around from going to my aunt's and go to a hospital because that's where my dad was. I had my dog in my car. I had my dog with me at the time. So me and my mom turned around and went to the hospital to see my dad. I seen him. I didn't know how to feel. But he didn't die. I don't know what he did. I don't know what happened. I think it was like a... I don't know. I don't want to say what I think it was. Well, I think it was a heart attack or something. I don't really know what happened. But I had to leave my dog outside in the car for like hours. But don't worry, I checked on my dog every now and then. And then the next thing, when my dad got out of the hospital, he started doing bad things again. But what he lives like 45 minutes or 30 to 45 minutes away, I believe it is. Or in the city that he was living in. After that, he like somehow got back into town to where I'm living. And the place he was staying in, he could just walk to my house from there. So whenever you would come over, every single time, he and my mom like started arguing. And I'm like, this is how it was back years ago. You screaming and hollering at each other, and he threatening to do this, and my mom threatening to call the police. And so, a while after not seeing him, he texts me and he's like, hey, you're having a sister. Or a sister. You're having a sibling. I'm like, excuse my language, so I'm like, the fuck I am. Because I don't want any siblings from my dad at all. Because I want nothing to do with him. So if my dad was to have another kid, I would have to have something to do with him. The fact that, I don't know, because the girl that was having the kid was doing drugs. So I don't know if this kid was born or what. I don't know. It was supposed to be born around Christmas last year. I don't know if that kid was born. I don't know what gender it was. If it was born. Like, I don't know anything about this kid whatsoever. About this baby kid, same thing. It's just crazy how my life has turned up around. it has changed so much since my mom's first relationship she got in. That wasn't my dad. That was the guy that I moved with. Like, every single day, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my mom, the relationship that my mom got into first time around. There's not a day that goes by. Because I miss it so much. And I'm 15 and I was like around 10 years old when that relationship ended. I'm 15 years old, about to be 16, still crying over him. That's how much trauma, that's how much it paralyzed me. That's how much it affected me. It affected me so much. Like, my relationship with my mom was just ruined. After that, and my mom's relationship is still ruined. Like, it's tarnished. Because I never seemed to get along with my mom. I'm filming this video, if y'all are wondering, at 3:37 a.m. Because a couple of hours ago, I texted my mom. I'm like, or at like 8, I texted her. I'm like, I'm hungry. She's starting to get in a battle about food. And I'm like, just come home and make French toast. She's like, no. I'm like, why? And she's like, because I don't want to. And I'm just like, I've been so done with her for the past couple of weeks that I just told her, fine, don't come home at all. I'm gonna lock myself in your room so you can't get in your room, call the cops, and see if I care. Because she's gonna do that if I lock myself in her room just to get her in her room. And my mom's called the cops on me 2 or 3 times before, so it's nothing new. And it wouldn't surprise me if she did. But she's threatened it so much that she hasn't done it. So every time she says that, I'm like, I don't believe you. You would have done it by now. It's been like a year and a half or 2 of you threatening that. Actually, no, it's been a year of you threatening that. Of you threatening to do that, and you haven't done it. Last year, she called the cops on me. I'm not gonna say for what or what happened because that traumatized me. Like, I was thinking about it up until like December of last year. It happened in September of last year. I thought about it since till like December. Like, I've had dreams about it, nightmares about it. But now I really don't care. Because now I have abandonment issues because of the relationship. She shouldn't have gotten in. I cannot talk. She shouldn't have gotten into the relationship if she thought for a second that relationship was going to be the one she was in forever. And I know for a fact, kind of knew that relationship wasn't going to be it for her. She should have known. If she didn't want to cause me all this trauma and heartbreak and abandonment issues, she should have just not. She should have tried to get along with my dad and try to get my dad help. She should have tried to get my dad in rehab once he got out of jail at the time. Like, my mom could have tried to do all these things, but she didn't. Yes, I would have seen all that, but I would have seen her trying to help my dad, not trying to get him completely out of my life. Me and my dad had a great relationship up until that point, up until him going to jail. Now I don't even love my dad. I don't know how I'll feel when my dad does die. Like, I don't know what emotions I'm going to be feeling. I don't know if I'm going to be happy about it, sad. I hate to say that I'm happy. I hate to say the day that my dad does die. Oh, I'm happy that he died. I'm actually so happy. I'm glad he did, finally. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to have emotions like that. But knowing me, I probably will. Because I don't know. Like, I sound like I'm a serial killer or something, but I promise y'all, I'm not. This is all the things that I've been through, and I've been through a hell of a lot. More than y'all think, and a lot more than I tell y'all, because y'all just don't need to know every single little thing about my life. Because one of the reasons I kind of don't want to be like a singer or an actress anymore, or an actor anymore, is because of that part. That's that downside. Everybody knows every little single thing about your life. But yes, I do still realize that that kind of still happens when you become a social media influencer. But I'm trying my best to keep things out of the public eye. I'm sorry for this being like a 30-minute video, but like, pretend like this is like an episode of your favorite TV show or something. Like, I'm speechless of all the things I've been through. I've been through more things than I've been through, like, I would probably say I've been through like 10 billion different things in my life. Not 1,000, but like 10 billion. So I've been through a lot. So I have a reason to be traumatized, scared, have abandonment issues, have I don't know. I have a lot of problems. I will say that I have ADHD, and if y'all don't know what ADHD is, from my knowledge of what ADHD is, it's where you're like, you think about another thing 1 second, and then you're thinking about different things every second of every day. Like every second, my mind changes to something different I'm thinking about. But I have a Google Home, so let me ask that what ADHD is. Hey Google, put the volume on 8. Hey Google, what is ADHD?
According to Mayo Clinic, a chronic condition including attention difficulty, hyperactivity, and impulsiveness.
Wait, what? Hey Google, what is ADHD?
88 feet is equivalent to 29.333 yards.
Hey Google. Hey Google, what is ADHD?
According to Mayo Clinic, a chronic condition including attention difficulty, hyperactivity, and impulsiveness.
Okay, that sounds about right. I didn't hear it the first time around. I guess I wasn't really paying attention, but yes, I do have difficulty of focusing on stuff. But if you ask my mom, I've been on billions of different medications to help me with my behavior and everything. That hasn't helped me. And the reason it hasn't helped me is because medicine can control you. How's a little pill gonna change the way you act? The way you are? I get how ibuprofen and all that works. I don't get how behavior medicine is gonna fix me. Like, I'm the one who controls myself. A pill can't, change me. Like, how does a behavior pill gonna fix me? It's not. That doesn't run my body. I do. It doesn't fix my thinking. So, I don't get how that's gonna help. So, that's my very good reason of why every medicine I've been on hasn't helped, and I'm not on medicine anymore. Haven't been on medicine for a while. It made me gain weight so fast, and I was always hungry. Then there was a couple of medicines where I wasn't always hungry. But that's caused me to not be the small. Like, I will insert a picture at the end of this video. Well, I'll edit this video, but I'm not gonna add my intro and outro. But I will put a picture right here of how small and skinny I was. But look at me now. May not be able to tell because I'm not standing, but I'm like fat and chubby. And I used to be so small and skinny. Now I'm not. Because of all the medicine I've been on. But I'm gonna end this video here, guys, because it's already 30 minutes long. But I will see y'all whenever I do film another video and post it. But until then, guys, peace. I love y'all. Bye. Hey guys, I wanted to add this little part to this video. So that picture that y'all seen of the skinny picture that I inserted, if I look different, that's because I was probably like 5 or 6 or 7 in that picture, and so my teeth were falling out, so my adult teeth would come in and everything. So I have teeth missing, but just wanted to let y'all know I was going through changes with my teeth falling out like they should. But just wanted to add this part to the video. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.